So here you see my new Nikon D850 that I just got last week on Valentine's Day, February the 14th. And they're supplied with the neck strap that you see here, and they're very wide. And I don't like those kind. So I had to order the kind that I like, which is the neck strap. It's an AN-4B. And that is a Nikon product. So I just received that today. I ordered two of them actually. And then I also coincidentally received the MB-D18 multi-power battery pack that we see on the bottom here. So, good day today. So I'm going to show you why I much prefer the AN-4B, which as you can see here is a very narrow neck strap. And I've used these on all the Nikons that I have now and all the ones that I used to own. Any Nikon, this is what I've always used. And here you see the stock camera strap supplied with the D850, and then here is the much more slim profile and much less bulky. I much prefer, because you see how that full length is just too much, and I'll show you the main reason why I like this, and I look at it as a safety factor. Now, I've always been used to this. Obviously these might be better the wider the surface. Some of them you can get, I've tried all kinds with foam surfaces and all that, and I've always gone back to this for what I will refer to as a safety feature. And like I said, these just add too much bulk. Plus, if I'm attaching this to a telescope, I'd rather have this hanging off the camera than all of this. Another way to look at it is if we look at the full width, it goes all the way around, whereas this, the full width, which is narrower, is just a very short distance. The rest of it goes all down to the narrow. So you can see how much narrower it is. Now both the original Nikon and the AN-4B both have a rubberized type surface that goes up against your neck. So next we'll take the camera strap and we will attach it to the camera. Now the way I do this is I'll bring the strap in from this side right here. I'll come in with it, bring it around, then put it in with this little plastic piece that you see there. Then you can just keep things loose. And then you'll notice that this is the outside of the strap. If we pull this tight, this would be the outside. I go to the inside. I bring that out like this. Then I'll put this inside here like that. Then return it back through to the other side. Let's see here. There we go, just like that. So that you'll have something just like that. So we'll do the same to the other side, and then what I do is just a matter of adjusting it back and forth so that you have the same distance. I'll measure from a certain distance to the eyelet here, so you have it so you have the center piece that's on your neck evenly distributed throughout the camera to suit your liking to the length of that strap. So once you get these where you want them and everything's even, and I like to keep the part that's around your neck, have that even, and because these lugs are not exactly the same, they're not the same height, so what I'll have is I try to keep, when I lift this up, I try to make sure that these two are these two pieces here, those clips, so when they're across from each other, when I pull this strap straight up, these are across from each other, and then it will lift the camera up evenly. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have extra material left over on this side, more extra material than I'm going to have on this side. And what I'm going to do here, which I've always done, is I'll just take and fold this over like this, come on down here to where this is, and just put black tape around it. So basically it'll be like this, and I'll do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so there we have it. So I just elected to, actually what I did here on the one that's longer, I had it out here, I put tape around it, then I folded it back on itself so you can see, since this side was longer, I've got that taped up there, and this, since there wasn't much sticking out, I just taped it like that. And all my cameras I've done something just like this, but everybody, you know, does whatever they're comfortable with. So now, let me show you why I really like these narrow straps, because when you're using this, what I'll do is I'll bring my hand in here like this, bring it back around, and now, as you're using this, if you drop the camera, it's going to be safely tucked around your wrist. And so these have very little bulk, as you can see. I really like these. Now what I got to get used to is this big screen on the back. So my D70S, which is the last camera, the previous camera to this, which I bought way back in I think it was the latter part of 2005 in anticipation for the eclipse in Africa, in Egypt, is when so we're going from a D70S to the D850. So in any event, so this is why I like a narrow strap, just like that. It's not cumbersome, and you know, to each his own, but I just thought I would point out why I like, because there might be photographers that don't even know this thing is available. I was somewhat surprised that you could still get it. And guys, this strap by Nikon is approved by the Moose. Moose, say hello.